Welcome back guys, this is Shrikant. This is our second video regarding our series Learn Basic Interview Question. Last video we talked about a basic interview scenario where we talk about how we change the value from one value to another value, right? And trust me, that was the question which was asked to me when I was trying for getting a job as a junior database developer, and I faced that question many times. Even when I was taking the interview for people, I was asking the same question. I asked few people also, and few of them was able to answer and few of them was not able to answer it. Great. Now we are going to talk about our second video that is basically the concept. And sometimes people ask it in an interview. As a developer, that is very important to know it. Great. So today we are going to talk about the ranking function. Ranking function are a kind of a function which are used to assign ranks to a data. What does it mean? It means that let's say you have a table and in the table you have millions of rows, and assume those rows are not having the a serial number or any serial combination. So you can go for the ranking function and assign the ranking based on the data. Great. So there are four type of ranking we have. The first type of ranking I can say is a row number function. Second is the dense rank. Third is the rank, and the fourth is n type. These are the four functions we need to learn while understanding the ranking functionality. So before understanding this, we need to understand a few clauses. The over clause. In the over clause, we have a two things that is very important to know: partition by. Here you need to pass the fields. Then we have order by clause. Here we need to pass the order by sequence like fields, then the sorting order. Great. So we are talking about the ranking function, and in the ranking function we have four type of ranking function: row number, dense rank, entile. And while understanding this ranking function, we may come across the clauses, and the clause is over clause. In the over clause, we need to understand the partition by and the order by. Just try to tell you the partition by is like a group by, but this group by would be on the data inside the rank, but group by would be apply on the data, right? Data set. Great. So order by would be applicable for sorting the data inside our data set, not on overall data. Great. For understanding the ranking function, we should have a proper data. So we are going to create a two table. The first table we are going to create is a department. Second table we are going to create is employee. So let's try to understand the schema. This department table would have a two column. The first column we are making it as depth ID, which is int, and which is a auto increment number. So we need to write it like identity and the seed value 1,1. Great. And the name would be the department name, I could say. So data type would be the varchar of 200, as it would be stored the string data. Great. And second, we are going to create employee table. This table would have the column, the identity column, I would say emp id. It would be the int, and it would be the auto increment number. So I am making it as the identity 1,1. Then emp underscore name. The name would have the data type varchar of 200, as it will store the string data. Great. Then we are going to add a link between the department and the employee table. So this depth ID, which represent the different department for the specific employee, I'm making the type as int. Great. Now we are going to create a two tables. So write like create table department. This would be our first table. Second table we are going to create is a create table employee. Great. So these are the two table we have. Let's select the query and run the query. And now we would see this two table has been created successfully. Great. Now let's come back here and let's run the query and see schema. This is our first table. The second table is employee. Just select this two query and run the query. The moment I will click on the execute, I would see the output as a two rows. The first would be representing the department and second will be representing the employee. As we haven't loaded anything into the table, so we won't have anything in the table. So we need to now load the data into the table. So just write some insert statement for this. Let's say select, I'm going to add the department IT. Second department I'm going to add as the BI. Third department I'm going to add as a admin or HR. Right. Let's write the insert statement for this table. Insert into department. We need to pass only a single column in a column list, as the first, that's a department ID, dept ID is a identity column, so we don't need to pass it. Just come here and select the query and run the query. Now we would see the three rows affected. Let's come back and do again a select start from this table, select start from department. Now we will see here there are three rows. Okay, the data has been loaded into the table department. Now we are going to load some data into the table, named it as the employee. Great. This employee table has four column or three, yes, three column. Okay. So EMP ID is a identity column, so we don't need to pass it. So we need to pass the UMP name and the department ID. We know there are three department we have, so out of 1 to 3 we need to pass any one of them. Great. So we just write select, this is EMP1 and the department would be the one. Add some employee into the department 1, EMP2, P2. Now let's say we have another employee called, name it as employee 3, which is belongs to department 1. Then EMP4, which is also belongs to department 1. Great. Now we are adding a few rows for another department union. This belongs to second department, this belongs to second department, this belongs to second department. Okay, great. And change the name of the employee 1, just append the 1 to the name. Okay, now add a third department data for the employee. I'm going to change 2 to 3 because I have 3 department. 3 3 3. Great. Change the name of those employees for 1, just add 1 1 1 1, this one, this one, this one. Great. Now if I going to select all these queries and run it, I would see here there are 12 records and each department would have a 4 employee. Great. Now let's load data into the table. Okay, now we loaded the data into the table. Now we have department, we have employee. Just check it out that once again, employee, and we'll also query the data from the table, named it as the department. Great. Okay, if I run this two query parallelly, I would see ITBI admin has 3 value, unique value 1 to 3, and the employee had also unique value. Great. Now we are going and moving back to our topic, that's a ranking function. just to know ranking function. In the ranking function, we are going to start with the first function, that's a row number. Okay, let's try to understand. In short, row number is kind of a function which give you rank over the data. It's basically a window function, right? And it gives a rank over the data. What does it mean? It means that let's say you have 100 rows, and on the 100 rows you will get the rank. Now let's do a practical. I have a table, name it as employee. I'm going to run it now. Now I can see there are 12 records. Now my intention is to give a unique value to it. For example, now I have emp id. Assume I only have emp underscore name and the department id. These two column I have. My tables doesn't have emp id. Now I have only these two. Now my intention or my requirement is to give each and every row as a unique value or a serial number, right, or a rank. So what I'll do, and that rank also be based on the employee name, sorted order, right? It's not mandatory, just I'm telling you row number. So you need to go and you need to use a function named it as a row number, and along with this row number we need to use the over, and in the over we need to use the order by clause. This is a mandatory. Order by clause will specify the sorting of a data for the order. So in this case I'm going to pass the depth ID, I'm going to pass the depth ID ascending and running the query. Now let's see. So now here you will see that I have passed the row number, so to generate a unique value for each row. Now the value has been generated, right? Great. Now if you'll come and if you'll understand it carefully, you will see here I sorted the department. So I sorted the department. So based on department 1, based on department the ranking has been done. So lowest department would have the lowest rank, lowest row number I can say, right? So if you'll come and if you'll see here the 3 is the highest department, that's a max value. So the value is 12, which is rank. So it is basically depend on our order by. Now I'm going to change this ascending to descending. Now let's run the query and see the output. Now just to understand it, the ranking would now be reverse. The max value would get the lowest rank and the lowest value would get the highest rank. Let's try to understand. Now you will see here this 3, this is the highest department. So the ranking is started from 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 like that, right? And if you'll come down and if you'll see here the 1, the department id is 1. For the 1, for the 1, for the 1 you can see here the rank has been changed. Great. Now we talk about the row number function. Just to make it more clear, run it again. Just to recap, the row number function gives a unique value for each and every row based on the order by clause. Great. Now there is a one more function again we are going to talk is a rank. We are not going to change anything, we are just going to change the function name. Now let's run it. Now see what happened. This is the first rank given to it, 1 2 3 4. Next would be 1 1, but actually it should be 1 2 3 4, but for unique value it is 1. So what does it mean? It means that if the value numbers are distinct, the rank would be given a unique value. right? And the next, and it will be the next rank would be the next the skip number. So you can see here it should be 1 2 1 1. The expected value would be the 2, but it's 5 because it has skipped the number. So this is the rank. Great. Now we are going to talk about the dense rank to better understand. It is bit difficult, but first time it's difficult, but let's try to understand. Now I'm going to change the rank to dense rank. Let's run it parallelly. Now if you'll come here and if you'll see the output of dense rank, you will get to know, 1 1 1. Next rank is 2. It has not skipped the number. If we are going to use with the dense rank won't skip anything, but if we are going with the only a rank, it will skip the value and it will come to the next number. So after 1 it should be a 2, but in the rank it would be 5, right, because it has skipped the 4. And in the dense rank the next value is 2, right? So this is basically difference. In the dense rank it never skip the value, but in the rank it skip the value. See, 1 1 1, then this 2 is 4 times, so 2 2 2, then 3. It basically depend on a requirement, how does we want to use. If our requirement is simple, we just want a ranking number, then or a unique number, then we can go for a row number, right? Let's combine these three query in a one shot. So this is row number output, this is rank output, and this is a dense rank output. Now we are going to do dense rank here. Great. Now give alias for this dense rank. This is rank. Just try to understand. It's a bit difficult for first time, but it's very easy and very useful while working with the database programming. Now if I come here and if I select this query, only a single query, let's try to understand. Now if I'll go with a row number function, I will get 1 2 3. It has not skipped any value. If I go with a rank function, then the value has been skipped. 1 1 1, then let's see, in the row number its output is 2, but in the rank it's a 1. In the row number it's a 3, but as a rank it's 1, like this. The next value I was expecting it would be the 2, right, but it's 5, because in the rank the value would be skipped, and in the dense rank value would not be skipped. It will take a next consecutive value. So these are the three important function while dealing with the rank. There is a one more function, name it as the entile. Let's try to understand it. There is a function called as entile. Entile 4 over order by j priority. Now let's see, will it work or not. This is entile, or I can say, let's say, basically this window function is used for just making the buckets. If I'm passing here 4, it means that entire data set would be divided into the 4 values. But see here, 3 2 3 4. So as we have a 4 value, so 4 value got distributed into the 4 bucket. If I am going to change here only a 2, entire up to means entire data set I need into the two part. Sometime sometime while doing performance tuning, we need to pass a specific set of values, so we distribute a number of rows. So for distribution part it get useful, right? 1 2 3. If I'm going to change it here 5, let's see what happens. So for grouping purpose we can use it. Great. If I'm going to change 5, what happens? See, 12 values has been divided into the 5 groups. This 3, this 3, 3, 4. It will automatically distribute values. Great. Now let's try to recap and let's try to understand the ranking function. If I go with a row number, it will simply generate the number which will be in ascending or descending fashion, but there is no skip of number. If I go with a rank, the value would get skipped and the next value would be the next coming value. Here it is a 5, not a 2. In dense rank, the value would be the skip, but the next rank would be the next value. It won't skip, right? So this one, and in entile we need to pass the number. Based on those number, the group data would be grouped in a buckets. Great. Now we are going to understand a very much interesting thing and very useful thing. Let's try to see the data again in the employee table. This is very important. Now we are going to discuss about the partition by. If you'll come here, I will see here employee name, EMP name and department name. So here each department has a 4 employee, right? So we are going to apply here the partition by. Now my requirement is I want to assign a unique rank for each department in the dataset. So what does it mean? Let's say I am specifying department 1, for example, order by date ID. I'm going to do order by here. Let's see the data. Now you can see here each department has a 4 employee, right? 4 employee. My requirement is I want to distinguish the employee and they should have a unique value. For example, if I say department 1, so this department has a 4 employee, so their order would be the 1 2 3 4. If I am coming to the second department, then it has a 4 employee, the order would be the 1 2 3 4, right? For 3, same 1 2 3 4. So in that case what happened, in that case the sorting or the row number would not be applicable on entire data set. It needs to be updated on a specific grouping. So I need to do what? I need to partition this. I need to group by a department in the order by, then only it would be possible. So how would I do that? So for that, the thing is, how would I need to write like this? I would write like this: row number function, then over it is same, then order by what? Order by EMP or employee, EMP ID, or you can say EMP name. What's the name? EMP underscore name. Great. Now here let's see what happened. Let's run it. Now if we'll come back and if you'll see here, the row number has been generated, but this row number has not been generated based on the department ID, because I want grouping data. So what I need to do, I need to come back here, I need to use a clause named it as a partition. Partition is like a group by. Please try to understand, it is very important. Partition by what? Partition, I want to do group based on what? I want, do I need to group based on EMP ID, or do I need to use a grouping by department ID? I need to use it by dep ID. So I'll come here and I will do here partition by department, and after partition the sorting should be applicable. So come here, select this and run the query. Now here if you come here and if you see the rank here, so my department is 1. For my department 1, the rank, the serial number or the rank value is like this: 1 2 3 4. next 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So based on department ID, based on grouping, the row number value has been changed. Just try to understand, if I write a same code without partition by, what happens? Let's try to understand it. The first column would give me the all ranks without partition. So if you'll see here, 1 to 12 values would be generated, but here 1 is generated 2 times, 3 times, right? 3 times. Then 2 is generated 3 times. Then 3 is also present 3 times. 4 is also present 3 times. So based on partition, we can sort that, we can change the ranking of a number. This is very important when we have a requirement like you have one parent and it has some child. You need to find out how many parent, sorry, how many child belongs to a single parent. This is really very useful when you want to remove the duplicate numbers, duplicate rows. The ranking is very useful, and for on the fly calculation, ranking is very useful. I hope you guys understood the row number. Row number is just giving the rank. Then we talk about the rank function. Rank function will give the rank, but it will skip the next number. Then dense rank, it will give all the rank, but it won't skip any number. Then entile, based on the value, it will bucket the data. Then we talk about the partition by. Partition by just for the grouping the data set. This was our last video regarding our series basic interview question. Hope you guys enjoyed and like our video. If you like, please don't forget to share and subscribe with your community so that they can also get the knowledge. You can also share our video over the Facebook, LinkedIn, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.